Have you heard of King Abdullah II, the King of Jordan and one of the richest kings in the world? Some may answer yes and some may answer no. Do you know he's the owner of 12 luxurious palaces? Also, do you want to know how King Abdullah spends his billions? In this video, we'll dive into the lavish lifestyle of the King of Jordan. From his palaces to expensive yachts to his sources of income, everything will be revealed here today. But before we dive in there, let's look at how Abdullah became King of Jordan. Earlier life. Abdullah II was born to the King of Jordan, Hussein bin Talal, and his second wife, Princess Muna al-Hussein, on January 30, 1962, at Palestine Hospital in Amman. He was given the name Abdullah after his great-grandfather Abdullah I, who founded the Jordan we now know. Among his 4 brothers and 6 sisters, Abdullah II was the elder son of his father and naturally became the Crown Prince of Jordan. The education took the Crown Prince to the USA and Great Britain. He was deeply interested in the military and military life, and it is this interest that took him to the Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst in 1980. He served as the first lieutenant and then as a platoon commander and assistant commander of a company in the 40th Armored Brigade. The prince didn't stop there. He wanted to undertake advanced study and research in international affairs and joined the Edmund A. Walsh School of Foreign Service at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. in 1987. After completing his studies, he continued to serve the Jordanian army for 4 years while he attended international meetings with his father. On February 7, 1999, King Hussein bin Talal passed away, and according to the rule of succession, the king's first son, the Crown Prince Abdullah II, was declared his successor, and he took up the throne to become the king. Now, let's take a look at the palaces the king owns. The King of Jordan also owns 9 grand palaces, which are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Some of these palaces are also residences of different members of the royal family. But in our video, we'll talk about the 2 main palaces. Ragadan Palace. This beautiful palace is the residence of the King of Jordan and is located within the Al-Makar Royal Complex, built in 1923 by Abdullah I and located in Amman, Jordan. After 3 long years of construction, in 1926 Ragadan Palace was built, and it's the biggest palace of this Al-Makar Royal Complex, which cost the king about £19,000. The name Ragadan was given by Abdullah I, which means a decent life. This palace is seen as a representation of Jordanian culture and values in the world. The exterior of this amazing palace was built taking inspiration from Arabic design. The entire interior is decorated with expansive woodwork and stone. Even the windows of this palace were made from colored glass to resemble the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. But the center of attraction for this palace is the throne room. The throne room is vast, elegant, and auspicious. Its wood and glass entrance is decorated with fine marble and alabaster. There's a slightly high platform in this room where the royal throne is placed. This is where the king sits and holds a meeting with officials. The price of this royal palace can go up to millions. Basman Palace. This royal palace is also part of the Al-Makar Royal Complex, and it was also built by King Abdullah I in 1950. This grand palace was built to host guests and additional working offices for the royal court. The estimated price of this royal palace is about $86 million. This royal palace has a banquet hall and a cinema hall with Quranic verses inscribed on the ceiling. The walls and stairs of this palace are also decorated with expensive marble and valuable possessions. Apart from these palaces, the king owns a grand royal complex called Al-Makar, which is located in Amman, Jordan. This complex is spread over 40 hectares of land and carries various palaces. Now let's look at the cars which the king owns. King Abdullah is a car lover, and he runs a car museum upon his father, who was also a great car lover. This museum is called the Royal Automobile Museum, and it features 70 grand and rare cars in it. The total worth of this collection is believed to be in the millions. The personal car collection of King Abdullah II also has a wide range of cars under his car collection, which includes cars from companies like Ford, Mercedes, and even SUVs. But one of the most interesting cars in his collection is the Ford Excursion Limo. This is the car in which the king himself travels. This car has been heavily modified with 360-degree armor bulletproof glass for the safety and security of the king. The price of this car is about $600,000. Apart from cars, the king is also a bike lover. His bike collection is believed to be worth $400 million and includes several Harley-Davidson and BMS Nemesis. The king's yacht. The king owns a super yacht known as Sarafsa. This beauty has an elegant combination of white and black, which is the work of winch design. It is 82 meters long, and it is one of the longest yachts in the world. This super yacht was built in the year 2008 in Devonport, United Kingdom, at their Appledore shipyard. Now coming to the interior, it was designed by the British designer Winch Design, and it is furnished with rich mahogany and royal reds emblazoned on every inch of the yacht. Even necessary modifications were made according to the requirement of the king in this yacht, like the heating system, which was fitted under its marble flooring. This yacht is provided with multiple grand bedrooms which can accommodate up to 14 guests. It also has a big hall, a movie theater, and even an entertainment center. Apart from hosting 14 guests, it can also accommodate up to 20 professional crew members to run Sarafsa. The price of this beauty is about $75 million, and the operating costs can go up to anywhere between $10 to $15 million. Now let's look at the jets the king owns. Though the king has access to any commercial flight easily, you don't expect a king to travel on a commercial flight, do you? For traveling through the air, the king has multiple expensive private jets. This includes the Airbus A318-112 Elite. This private jet is about $50 million, and it is configured and furnished according to the needs of the king. It is provided with enough space for 25 people. The King of Jordan also has a private jet called the Airbus A340-600 Prestige, and the price of this is more than $260 million. The king mostly traveled through this private jet for traveling abroad with his family. Though the king had decided to put it on sale, the maintenance cost of this private jet can go up to $1,954,710 per year. There are two more jets which are part of the king's private jet collection, a Boeing 737-700 worth $90 million and an Airbus A340-200 worth $105 million. We have seen till now how wealthy the King of Jordan is, but how is he so rich? What are the sources of his income? For that, we move to our next segment. Wealth and properties owned by the king. Jordan is a constitutional monarchy, which means King Abdullah II is the head of the state and has absolute power in the country. In other words, the king owns everything in the country. He has direct or indirect investment in every sector of the country, and a big part of Jordan's income goes to the king. The net worth of the king is about $750 million. There is not much information available about the king's companies, but according to several reports, we found direct investment of the king through JIC, which has invested in sectors like banking and construction, which are operating worldwide. The net worth of the king is about $750 million. The famous Pandora paper leaks revealed the king has many offshore disguised properties under his name in Malibu, California, to Washington, D.C., and even in central London. The California real estate was purchased for $33.5 million in 2014 by a holding company named Nabisco S.A., a company which is located in the British Virgin Islands. The price they paid was a record price for the area at the time. Apart from this, there are two different BVI companies that bought the homes on either side of the property in 2017 and 2015, which have taken the total spending to $68 million, and all three are being developed into one huge property. All of this is estimated at more than $100 million, and according to The Guardian, the king also has $230 million in Swiss banks under various royal members' names. The philanthropy work of the king. Despite his lavish riches, the king is a big philanthropist. King Abdullah II of Jordan has always taken the side of maintaining religious peace, and he put various efforts to maintain it. He even went on to donate a hefty amount of $1.4 million to the Wafa Islamic Trust to maintain religious peace. The king is also seen working with the Queen Rania Foundation, which is a non-profit organization working toward empowering women and providing education to the people of Jordan and the world. So that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for regular updates. Thanks for watching.